Hello. And welcome to the non-Greg Sterlace Show. I am your host, the Pam John. Now with new and improved with audio. Fresh.
Yes. Hello. Yes, I have decided to take a vow of silence. It will be very silent, but no, I have lost my vow of silence and also changed accents because.
Hello! I'm here too. Hi, everybody.
We're all here, along with some lovely doges.
Well, Doge and a half, according to the.
It's a do. Whatever.
It's a doe.
Yo.
That's
Doe, a
female
deer? A female deer?
Ray, a tropical golden sun, or something like that.
I had an elf teach
Me
me
a
that
name,
song at the North
call
Pole
myself.
camp.
Robert.
What was the North Pole camp?
You ever been to the
There-
North
there-
Pole?
there's
It's like
two
the
bulldogs.
oldest theme park in the U.S. Very fun. It's not too far from here.
No, I've never even
What
heard
is
of this.
Yeah, you've heard of it? Dudley knows what it is.
I have never heard of this.
Yeah, it's a little far from here, but
What? I like amusement parks. What is this?
it's a North Pole themed amusement park.
That sounds
It
delightful.
sounds so fun.
It is very fun.
But does it close down in the winter?
No, it's open all year. I
Oh,
mean,
that's good.
I was there.
Excuse me.
I mean, it was very fun, but I remember there was elf training camp and this.
Does it have
lady-
roller coasters? No.
Well, it did when I was there. I mean,
I want to hear about elf training camp.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
And did you complete elf training?
No, because
No,
they said
okay.
I was already an elf because.
Oh, okay.
So I helped train other elves who did not realize their elf potential.
In what kind of classes?
You teach them how to make spooky elf candles.
Spooky elf candles.
Why is spooky?
They're all white and have snowmen on them. Spooky.
That's so spooky.
I didn't know snowmen were spooky.
Well, they are if they're like Kelvin and Hobbes battle snowmen.
Okay.
Or like they're like dying or melting or.
Okay.
I used to build those as a kid because I loved Kelvin and Hobbes, and I was like, I can replicate that.
I talk about Calvin and Hobbes in visual communication class. at my school.
Everyone crucifies me for this. I don't like Calvin and Hobbes. I've read literally every one and I don't get it.
John, you're dead to me.
I'm sorry. The guy can draw, but I don't. It's.
You're dead to me.
But I'm not like a little white kid who grew up in the suburbs. I don't relate.
That's not what it's about. A lot of it's about philosophy and stuff. That's where the name Kelvin and Hobbes come from.
How about what's some other ones that quick? Bloom County. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Bill the Cat, Bloom County.
Oh, Bill the Cat was
Yes, it was
Loved Bill the
delightful.
Cat.
Do you remember that one?
I don't know that one.
He was like a hot mess version of Garfield.
Oh, I know exactly what that is. Never mind. I know what you're talking about. I haven't
Yep.
seen that in ages.
Yeah.
Heath
Because
Ledger's
both of
good.
those comic strip artists and then also the cartoon artist Gary Larson from The Far Side, they all said this is too much pressure producing stuff every day 365. Screw
And
it,
they
we quit.
stopped. Yep.
I mean, I make a comic strip myself weekly on Captain Cook Records. Please look it up. But, I mean, the only comic strip I've ever actually legitimately liked was Maquis.
What is it called?
It's called Maquis by Tony Millionaire. Highly recommend.
Well, I was gonna let you
I've
borrow
never
my
heard of that.
Kelvin and Hobbes books.
I have the entire series because I wanted to like it. I literally own all of them.
Well, I'm missing a couple.
Well, you can have them.
Christmas has come early, May. I do like Calvin and Hobbes, but
Yeah.
you know. Christmas has come late.
Future.
I always like the really thinky ones, which I only quasi understood when I was a kid. So,
How about
anyways,
the Far Side. Everybody likes
oh,
the
Far Side.
right?
I love the Far Side. Yeah.
It's so boring. I read that whole book
Now
downstairs.
you're dead to me.
When we were downstairs, I read the
Oh my
whole
gosh.
book.
The whole Far Side?
I did, and it was boring.
Oh my god.
It's so boring. Nothing happens.
Well, it's a
You just
cartoon.
don't understand it.
I mean, Maquis is cool. It's just.
Well, no, I don't. I'm not saying Maquis isn't
It's
cool.
just
I've
like I
never
just
seen
think
it.
all comic strips are inherently boring. They're all lame, other than like Maquis and mine.
Are we talking about the Far Side? Because it's not a comic strip, though.
Well, it's like one panel.
Yeah, those are cartoons.
Well, I mean, they're all cartoons. That's why they're cartoonists.
Do you have a tape measure? I need to get his height and width so we know how big to dig the hole.
I mean, I tried to be a professional cartoonist. I really got into it because I thought it was all crap, and I still think it's all crap.
Okay, yes. Okay.
All TV cartoons are crap, other than very few, and even worse in the comic strips. I mean, the original Popeyes from the 20s are pretty good.
I don't know.
I've never seen the original Popeyes from the 20s.
I disagree, but I do think there's a lot of crap, but that does not mean it's all crap. That's kind of like electronica as a genre, because the tools are so easily available. Large majority of it is crap. That doesn't mean that it's all crap.
There's a lot of crap. It's true.
I think everything published professionally, other than webcomics, really it's all. I don't like any comic I've read in the newspaper.
I can see some of that to some extent. There's not very many good ones left.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what's left that's any good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, the poppers is working.
I mean, I'm not including webcomics in this.
Release the Kraken.
Where is she going? To eat more tinsel?
Don't eat the tinsel.
She's going to eat the tinsel.
Listen, if you eat the tinsel, I'm not pulling it out of your butt.
Nobody wants that job.
Yeah, the 20s Popeyes are pretty good. The ones where they'd have physical sets that they'd pan across and then they'd animate over it.
Oh, the actual animated cartoons are really great. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, but the comic strips are pretty good too.
Yeah, I do like those. And I highly recommend Thorn by Jeff Smith, which eventually became my favorite graphic novel, Bone, from the 90s, but it was originally based on comics.
I was going to ask if you really liked that. I felt like that was going to be one that you really liked.
Favorites.
I don't know why.
It's really good. Grandma's one of my favorite characters.
Do you know what my favorite graphic novel is?
What?
I do.
None, because I haven't read any.
I knew that was going to be the answer. I'm psychic, or you're just predictable. I'm not sure which.
I don't know.
You've read The Far Side. It's both graphic and somewhat in book form. I guess it's not a novel.
It's not a
No,
novel.
it's not really a novel.
I mean, I did read some of the Buffy comics. Does that count? Not really.
Yeah,
Those-
I guess. Those are graphic novels, sort of.
It's telling a
Oh,
story
then I'm a
in graphic
liar.
form.
I'm a liar. Oh, no. I read the Buffy ones. My students gave them to me, so I was like, oh, here these are. I shall read them.
I'm not much of a snob on anything, but I am a snob on comics. Because I think there's so much crap. I hate superheroes. I just don't get it.
I mean, I can kind of understand that.
I can
Like the
understand that.
Firefly comics that continue the series, it's a good story, but it's drawn in that overdone DC kind of style,
Yeah,
and it's
I
just
like
really
that.
boring.
Oh, it's so ugly and boring. I don't know. Give me some grit. Give me some sleaze. Come on.
Some slays.
Oh, like our Crumb stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That guy is filled with sleaze coming out of his ears. But
Does it itch?
I think it gives him some
Some
kind of
sleaze. Oh,
nasty
sorry.
disease.
Nasty disease superpowers.
Yeah, you ever see the ones where he draws his sexual fantasies about Bigfoot? Those are amazing.
I've heard
no,
of them, yeah.
But I would like to.
He tried to pitch them as a movie, and he didn't understand why it was insane. It was the first time I tried to really write a story, but Eileen said it was gross.
I love that movie, Crumb.
Yeah, it's amazing.
As you know,
Yeah.
I would show it in visual communications because it was very funny because it would, students would be like, they'd freak out.
Yeah, I like his comics more than I like the person himself.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
It's so
I
honest.
love his
Have you
music.
seen Fritz the Cat?
His music is great. I haven't.
It's
But he didn't do that,
No,
right?
he hated that
no,
movie.
he hated it, but it's pretty ridiculous. It's not good.
Ralph
but it
Bakchi's
is.
insane. You want to talk about insane cartoons? There's so many great interviews where you're like, yeah, I make cartoons for Eddie and Tommy, and they're always like, shut up, Ralph. What are you talking about?
What's his famous cartoon? I'm so
I made Mighty Mouse in the
Oh.
80s. And then, before that in the 50s, I was working on the original Mighty Mouse. You want to talk about classic characters? That's how he talks, and that's things he's actually said, and it's hilarious.
Well, I
mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, me neither.
He's just this
I'm lost.
giant fat guy from Israel, and he's just insane. It's hilarious, and he's got a thick accent. And he talks like this, and his main famous guy he works with is John Kay, and he's always calling him, Eddie, get over here. And he's like, Ralph, it's me, John. And he's like, no, Eddie, shut up. Come on, let's go work on some cartoons.
I want to look up some interviews of Ralph
Bakshi is amazing.
Bakshi. Yes, now.
He's very insane. Which is why I like him. He's just this big fat blowhard who cries so easily. He's like insane, this huge fat blowhard, but then he'll like get upset and cry. It's very funny. The best cartoon I think is where
that's funny.
I don't think that's funny.
I think you might be a little bit warped.
But
I like when he's in Fire Dogs too, and he's like, "Do you love me, Tommy?" And he's like, "Yes, I love you. Do you love me?" And he starts picking him up, and it's just, I don't know. I find it very.
I wish he would do voiceovers. He sounds like he'd be a great voiceover artist.
Where's that little goon? Come here, goon.
Uh-oh. Missing a Doge.
Suki.
Yeah, so the only things I've read is the Buffy the Vampire Slayer ones, I guess.
Don't go out the back. That's a really bad idea. Here you
she's
go.
back.
Yep.
And as you know, you've been watching the Buffy.
Yes, I do love Buffy. I really do. I think it's amazing. I don't understand how. I feel like it'd be too hard to condense in comics. Is it good?
The comics.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
come on.
No, doggy, no.
Come on. No.
They seem so short because I blast through them very quickly because I read fast and it's like, done. Like I read it faster than an episode, you know.
If the art is good in a graphic novel, I'll sit there and look at the panel for quite a while and like see the little things they've added into it. But like a lot of the ones that are like tie-ins to things, it's just like generic and it's like, yep, that's what I saw. Yep, I'm done.
Yeah, I was just all about reading the story.
Oops,
Did the
excuse me.
Dodge go back?
Jeez.
Doji.
That is a huge complaint. They make them so generic.
Oh my gosh.
For things that are tie-ins.
I'm so sorry.
Nobody in TV land knows. The microphone's not picking that up. Uh-oh. Puppers. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. There was an alarming situation. We thought the puppy had ingested some non-food object, but all is well. The puppy is okay. So who are your favorite internet people?
My favorite internet people, like cartoonists?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I have any favorite internet cartoonists. I could probably say my favorite cartoonists in general are Craig Thompson, who made Habibi and Blankets, Jeff Smith, who made Bone and Wrestle, which is a really great science fiction comic about Tesla. It's really good.
Oh, that'd be fun. I love Tesla.
That's a really good comic. Highly recommend that one.
Not the band so much, no.
And then it's just people who mostly exclusively work in comics. If I had three more, really love Katie Rice, who made Scotty, and I don't really like her new comic as much, but I still own it, and I have a bunch of art from her. It's called Camp We Don't Want You. It's okay. And then what's the fourth one? Probably Tony Millionaire, maker of Makis and Sock Monkey, which is really, really amazing. And then one more, I'd have to say.
Oh, I think my friend might have had Makis, actually, now that you say it. Might have had those.
Yeah, those are.
It's a book, right? There's book versions, right?
Yeah, there's books versions for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I've showed it to you.
Okay, yes. Okay. You have?
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
Okay.
But, I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of other I'm not thinking of. Brian Lee O'Malley, creator of Scott Pilgrim, I really like.
I don't know the name of a lot of the authors for my favorite comics.
Well, tell us some of your favorite comics.
I don't know. She said internet people, so I actually have some. Well, I can't not hyperbole and a half. That's hilarious, but it's discontinued. But it was more of a blog with intentionally badly drawn MS Paint badly drawn pictures to go along with it. And it's delightful. This is where that pain scale we showed you came from. Yeah.
Yes.
The Broche pain scale.
Yes, that's a good pain scale. And listen, friends, if you're in pain and you go to the hospital and they show you the pain scale, you always have to do 7 or above, or they'll just send you back home. Yeah. It's fact. It's studied and shit.
The Broche pain scale, I think, goes to 20, and it has one that's I am literally being mauled by bears on it. But that one, I like Married to the Sea and toothpaste for. Was it toothpaste for breakfast? Yeah. I really like those ones too. But right now there's one I follow called Go Get a Roomie, and then there's questionable content's pretty fun. That's kind of like a alternate universe where AI like developed like far before now. And so there's and Oglaf. Oglaf is delightful. It's dirty.
Oh.
And it's like really gross, and it's like really well drawn, but there's all sorts of like just like really gross panels.
Oh.
It used to be kind of like they tried to start it as a narrative, but now they just kind of do like little skits.
Nobody brought up the ubiquitous Cyanide and Happiness.
Oh, Cyanide and Happiness. I used to really like that.
Yeah. Remember that random like joke maker thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved that. I spent hours on that. Oh my god.
Well, May, you've told me you're also a fan of Joan and Vasquez as a
Oh yeah. I'm pretty much I mostly like Squee and
Squee is better than Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, I think.
But I really liked Johnny the Homicidal Maniac when I was in high school and really, really morose and angsty.
Yeah, it's a very high school thing. It's I think I still could read it, but it's very, oh my god, I'm so deep and like tortured, like type of thing.
Yeah, like I had heard some rumors that they were bringing back Invader Zim, and I was like, why?
Yeah. I just feel the same way.
Yeah. It's like when you're a kid and you think something like Dumb and Dumber is funny, and then you're an adult and you're like,
I still think Airplane's funny though.
Airplane is funny though.
It's also like, the kind of like juvenile humor.
I think
What's
like
the vector,
lots of Leslie Nielsen movies are delightful.
Yeah.
The worst Leslie Nielsen movie I think I've ever seen, though, is Spy Hard. The only good thing about that is the intro by Weird Al.
Oh, okay.
I concur.
I dated someone named Vic, and I would always say to them, "What's the vector, Victor?" And they did not think it was funny.
They're wrong.
They're totally wrong. Right? Yeah, you are wrong, sir. You, sir, are wrong. I don't know if they didn't know where it was coming from. I don't know.
Stop making my name into alliteration. It's not fun.
It's not funny.
I also think Jamie Hewlett's a great.
Oh yeah, great Tank Girl and the Gorillas, and yeah.
Yeah, he's got such a very cool art style. There's just so many amazing ones. I'm not really usually too much of a manga fan, but one of my favorite artists ever is Ichiro Oda. He's got just like I love his color use, and I love his black and whites, and it's just One Piece is just like my favorite comic.
My stepmom's really into a series of mangas that's about competitive bread baking.
That sounds.
Oh.
Sounds really boring to me.
Also, there's
You're like boring. You're like fantastic, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I can't make a judgment. I have no idea. That's.
Also, I forget his name, but there's a great horror artist in Japan who died. But I love he's only got a few things, but I really like all of his horror comics. One's about like mermaids, one's about snails, which is disturbing as hell. And there's another one I got about fish that I never finished.
There's some horror movie where this guy keeps a mermaid in his like bathtub, and it starts to like rot, and it's like, yeah, it's really, really upsetting.
Yeah,
I've never seen it, but I've heard enough about it to not want to watch it.
The guy got arrested because apparently it was so gross they didn't understand how it could be possibly faked, and like he had to recreate the scene to prove it was filmed.
Wait. So like this guy has a mermaid film and he gets arrested for possibly having a mermaid in his
No.
tub?
For the like gross rotting mermaid bathtub thing.
Okay, all right. That also happened in that other. What was that movie in the 70s? A zombie movie, some kind of zombie movie. I don't know. They didn't believe it was fake.
Day of the Butts. No, I'm
Day of
kidding.
the Butts.
In the ghost house. Ghost house is so funny. It's all about ghosts and their sexy butts. It's very funny. No one believes me, but it's very funny. Like, I have confusing feelings about the ghosts and their sexy ghost butts.
We're staring at you like.
It's very amusing.
It just sounds like something that like Tina from Bob's Burgers would write as a fan fiction.
It's very strange. I mean, it's made by Jason Steele, who's very strange.
Sexy butts and sexy ghost house.
And he's like, I fear the ghost looking at my junk. And then he looks down, and he's like, oh shit. And he's like the genitals of a ghost duck thing. It's very weird.
That sounds exceedingly weird.
Fun fact:
Yes.
ducks have spiral wieners.
I know, it's very unfortunate.
I didn't know that. I'm giggling.
And the lady duck's parts spiral the other direction.
Oh my gosh!
Ah! Ah! God, that's gross.
Oh, it's funny.
It's pretty
You're
funny.
such a speciesist.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dudley.
Oh, you're just a.
genitalia. I don't. You have ambiguous genitalia. I don't know what yours does.
It's
It
inside the
spirals.
space pouch.
In the space pouch.
Ah.
Why do you think he has to be in that space pouch?
Right,
That's
exactly.
partially in a
Is it
different
just
dimension.
So huge for ducks? Is he like hung like a duck? Like what?
Oh no.
That it goes all the way
I
into
have
space
to
to
be in a
Hawaii?
pouch
Like
to contain myself from the lady ducks.
the Lady Ducks with an X. D-U-X.
Ducks.
That sounds like a strip club in like a Howard the Duck thing.
Ducks. Lady
Howard
Ducks
the
with
Duck's
X.
so
X,
weird.
X.
It is really weird.
I've
Like I
not
used to
seen
really
Howard
like
the
Howard the
Duck.
Duck as a kid, and I went back and watched the movie as an adult. I'm like, this is really bizarre.
I have not seen Howard the Duck.
I don't think you really need to.
Okay.
Unless you really want to see duck boobies that bad.
I do think John should watch Young Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, you should 100% watch Young Frankenstein.
Okay.
I sometimes
Even if we
quote
have to
it.
tie you to a chair and tape your eyes open and like pour drops in them to keep them open like Clockwork
Wait,
Orange.
what?
I mean, I could just sit there.
Okay, that'll work.
I quoted sometimes, and you were like, "Why do you keep saying?"
Roll,
that?
roll,
Why are you
roll,
saying it like
see,
that?
hey.
Your armor fud because it sounds like
I was like, I keep saying it's true, it's
Twirl,
true,
you
it's
wet
true.
rabbit.
No, that's
Frau Bluka.
I know cartoons. That's about all I know. If
Oh, no, it's
if anyone
okay.
needs to ask me anything, I know I can tell you every date of every cartoon of every cartoonist.
I used to like have a pair of shoes that looked like Elmer Fudd's, and I really loved them until they broke. You know how they're black and they really like.
Did you ever have
Come
to
at the
chase
top.
cross-dressing rabbits?
Not to. I have chased rabbits per se, but they were simply, as far as I know, I don't know if I'd recognize if they were cross-dressing as rabbits. I had to chase my little rabbit Ralphie, but sadly I had to give Ralphie away because I was allergic to him. But he was a good bunny.
Also, I don't agree with John's assessment of Bugs Bunny, because like he's on Elmer Fudd's side. Elmer Fudd's trying to kill him. Like,
Yes.
I just like the one where the gremlin beat the shit out of it. It's like, fuck you, you stupid dumbass bunny. Ugh. Such an arrogant
you're
prick.
such a weird person.
I've got no. I don't know.
Daffy
Uh-oh.
Duck gets so much crap for nothing.
Uh-oh. Is the puppy all right?
Oh,
The puppy seems to be lost.
Are we? Yeah. Stuff's
no.
happening.
Oh, no.
Hello.
There we go. Puppies. Puppies. Get over here, puppies.
Robbie, come here. You giant loaf. Come here. Now sit and be pleasant.
Where's the other puppies?
Downstairs.
Oh, the stairs. Yes. Well,
Well, she made the
Stairs are
choice to
like
go
that.
downstairs. So.
What's up, Doc?
you don't have to like Bugs Bunny. It's okay. I accept it. You must love that little kitten that sleeps on the bulldog, right?
Oh yeah, I love that little kitty.
You know, I was just thinking about Who Framed Roger Rabbit and how upsetting that scene where the bad guy gets rolled over by the steamroller is,
Oh,
and
yeah.
how much more upsetting it would be if it was realistic, and I'm glad it's not.
Yeah, that's.
I saw that movie in the theater.
Oh my gosh.
Did you? Was
I
it a
did.
good
I
experience?
shall return.
It was a good experience.
Well,
I watched it with a friend of mine. Yes.
well,
Did you like the movie yourself?
oh, I like that movie.
It's a fun
I do.
movie.
I like cartoons, and I feel like they made it very cartoony. I hate it when they start trying to take the loony out of toonies. They stop making them fun. Somebody hit somebody with a hammer, for God's sake. Punch them in the face. Come on. It's a cartoon.
We have to protect the children at all costs and turn them into overprotected, whiny little bitches.
It's so lame. Popeye is an old man who eats spinach and beats people up for no reason. It's amazing.
No, it's usually because someone's stealing olive oil, isn't it?
Olive oil sucks. Olive oil sucks. Why does anyone want to hang with
They all want olive oil.
Why? She's annoying and she doesn't do anything and she's just...
No, Popeye!
Yeah, shut up, olive oil. God damn.
John hates olive oil and Bugs Bunny. Any other beloved cartoon characters?
Well, I don't know if they're raving fans of olive oil.
How about, I don't know.
Betty Boop.
Betty Boop's amazing. Come on.
Yes.
She used to be a dog.
Fleischer.
That's
Fleischer.
another amazing thing. Come on. A human who's dating a dog named Bimbo and no one questions it. That's amazing.
I love Betty Boop. Fleischer Studios all the way. Screw Disney. Disney, whatever Disney. Fleischer is better.
Oh, they're way better.
Hey, watch that. I'm watching you.
And Betty Boop did used to be a dog, to be
I just
fair.
kind of said that to rile people.
Well,
too.
that explains the shape of her head.
Yeah, it's true. In the earliest ones, she's a dog. But I love Betty Boop. I like Betty Boop better than Popeye most of the time. Well, I don't know about better.
How about Foghorn Leghorn?
Oh, Foghorn Leghorn's amazing. All these...
Honestly, I cannot stand Foghorn Leghorn.
No.
Like, I like the cartoons, but I
I've
mostly
opened up
like
a
them to see
can of
things
worms.
like I like the ones with the chicken hawk where Foghorn Leghorn gets the crap beat out of it.
That's a good point.
I like the chicken hawk.
I
Yeah,
love
me
the chicken
too.
hawk way
I'm
more
a
than Foghorn.
chicken hawk.
And he's tiny.
It's just, I don't know.
How about Pepe Le Pew?
Miller Pew is okay. He doesn't do much. He's just like, whatever.
He doesn't do
He
much.
doesn't do much.
That poor cat.
Yeah.
He's probably the Blue Pew is Italian in France. They make him Italian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's kind of like how they don't like the Swedish chef in Sweden.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually like the Swedish Chef
Yeah, me too.
on the Muppets. Like,
Derby, 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 derby,
do you remember too when they would have that person come out and they had all the babies lined up and they would hit the babies on the heads of the mallets and they'd be like, ow, 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 ow. You remember that?
No, but now I have to see it.
I love that. I was like, oh, that's hilarious. Do you remember that?
I don't.
You don't remember that?
I
Nobody
didn't
remembers
really
it.
watch Muppets very much.
You're dead to
I
me
love that.
I didn't
twice.
watch it. I didn't say I didn't like it. I don't know it.
I mean, I watched it, but I wasn't like, the Muppets are the best thing ever. I was like,
I
yeah,
really
it's,
am
you know.
a pretty big fan of the Muppets.
And this time, dog bomb.
uh,
Fart bomb from the doggy.
Beth is a really big fan of the Muppets.
It's okay. I was not the biggest Muppet fan, but you know, being a kid in the country when cable didn't make it to your house because it's too rural, you could only get broadcast. And in that time slot, we're like, yeah, this is the best thing for sure.
Beth grew up in a place that cable doesn't make it to your house. This still doesn't make it to their house.
Oh, really?
They have like satellite internet, and it's terrible. It's so slow.
Wow.
It's like, oh look, a cloud.
we do have cable now and
Yeah.
internet and all that modern
Fancy.
jazz, that fancy modern jazz.
Were you a fan of Beanie and Cecil? I love Beanie and Cecil.
Until you showed me Beanie and Cecil, I wasn't terribly aware of. Like, I kind of remember seeing them occasionally.
Oh, that's fantastic. What about Sourpuss and Goosey Gandy?
I know not who that is.
Oh, those are great characters. Those are lesser known studios, I suppose.
I liked all the terrible spin-off, like knockoffs of Scooby-Doo, like Punch Buggy and or whatever. Yeah, like
those can be very amusing.
yeah.
Those, yeah.
And in one of the in the newer
Grape Ape?
I don't know if it's the newest anymore.
Remember Grape Ape?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
love
Grape Ape, Grape Ape.
Yeah, the whole concept is his
Captain
giant,
Caveman.
Captain Caveman! Yes, I do remember that one too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish people still made fun cartoons. Make some fun cartoons, someone.
Hey, I thought Adventure
Oh,
Time
wait.
was very fun.
Oh, Adventure Time.
It was supposed to.
World,
the
you,
fun was.
you've been given a
oh,
mandate.
yeah.
Make us some fun cartoons.
Yeah.
Damn
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Call us, show us
Call
your
us.
cartoons.
Yeah.